Payback's a bitch, right? I mean, that's what they're saying. Episode 7, Bel-Air. It's time to talk about it. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Klepcx FM, brought to you by WeAreCritiX.com, a place where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture. And if you're into that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe key and the notification bell so you can be up to speed about everything that I talk about here. All right, guys, listen. We're almost there. We're almost to the finish line. Episode 7 of Bel-Air is, well, it's not here, but it's on its way. I have seen it. And I'm here to let you guys know what to expect. Again, in good fashion, the way that I do. I don't spoil anything. I don't spill the beans or just ruin things for anybody. What I do is I give you an expectation. Things on what to expect when you watch episode 7, Payback's a Bitch, which airs tomorrow. And I gotta tell you, man, so far, as we roll off of episode 6, which was, one of my favorite ones, it's still going uphill, guys. It's a slow build, but it's going uphill. It's not declining. It's actually going up, and it's still doing what it's doing from episode 6 and getting a little bit better drama-wise. So, what to expect in this episode? I will say this. We're getting a little bit of this episode primarily for me. In my mind, I'm thinking it follows more of Vivian and Carlton, and a good amount of Hillary. So Vivian, Hillary, and Carlton are primarily the focus in this episode. For those of you who care to know that. Phil is feeling a little bit of pressure with this political race. As we saw in episode 6, he now has not a running mate. He has an opponent, a worthy one at that. That he's now kind of having to deal with, or having to just kind of maneuver more cautiously, I should say. And you'll get adjusted to that like right out the gate. The cool thing about this episode is, and this, I don't know if I noticed this in the other ones, but I noticed it in this one. The cold open, if you guys aren't familiar, the cold open is what they give you before the title flashes on the screen. The cold open really sets the tone for what to expect in this entire episode. And I don't feel like it's been that clear until this episode. It was really shot very well. The story is pretty cool. I like the story in this one a lot. And I just think that cold open really says, so pay attention to the cold open, because just from that, as the intro comes in, you're gonna be like, okay, cool. So this is what we're gonna be, tackling or talking about as we go into this episode. There's an awkward thing between two characters. I don't want to give it away. Something that's already kind of blossomed and bloomed that we really didn't get a setup for, so to speak, in the last episode. It kind of hits you, but you're okay with it. But I couldn't help but think about it like, damn, they really just got right into that. We didn't really see a mutual agreement or something, so to speak, but you get it in this episode. And I gotta tell you, after a while, you're just kind of okay with it. Not even after a while, like, you're kind of just okay with it as the episode is going on. Hillary is having some crazy regrets about some decisions, and she's realizing that maybe she may not be in complete control of her destiny, so to speak. I know her big arc was all about her, taking control of her destiny and making major moves and doing that things, but there are some setbacks that come with this, and those are going to be explored in this episode, and I think that it's done very well. Overall, this is a really solid episode. Vivian and Phil are still at odds. I will tell you that. We saw this kind of building up as the last episodes rolled in. You know, Viv is she's trying to be more independent and trying to find her art thing. Meanwhile, you know, Phil is trying to play the political role and trying to, you know, he just wants his family to support his things, but he's not really focusing in on what the family is going through or what the family needs. And I say not so much the family stuff, but some good things are explored in this episode revolving around Viv and revolving around Phil that I really, really thought was necessary and very solid to kind of push this story forward so that we can, you know, break the monotony and get peel back some layers on some of these characters versus just the surface stuff. Because I feel like there's been a lot of surface drama, but now we're kind of getting really beneath the surface when it comes to certain dynamics between characters and things like that. And with saying that, because I don't have a lot to say about this episode, because again, I don't want to spoil things. This is definitely gonna be a solid episode. I think people will be very happy with it. But I want to say that there is a glimmer of hope in Carlton for this episode. I think that they do a really, really solid job around Carlton's portion of this. I can't lie. This is probably my favorite episode with Carlton in it. And I hope all of you enjoy as much as I did, because this was really like a moment where I was kind of like, yes, okay, this is the stuff that if they were gonna go where they're trying to go with Carlton and all this, you know, because for the longest time he was my least favorite character, but I think that this was a very, very solid take on what they were trying to do with this character. So overall, guys, it's cool. My man Jeffrey's back. You'll see a little bit of Jeffrey in this, doing what Jeffrey does, of course. The thing that we all love that Jeffrey does. We don't even know what Jeffrey does. He just does it, and we're just like excited to see him on screen. Creepy Michael Erie is back on this episode as well. So look out for that. And pay close attention, because there's like a cool little Easter egg in this episode that I don't want to give the character, because if I give the character away, you guys might know what I'm talking about. But I will tell you this. There's a part in this episode where there is a cool Easter egg to one of the original characters from the old Fresh Prince, of course. And if you can guess what it is, when you come check in with me when I do my live tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. And let me know if you know what the cool little Easter egg was, because of course I'm going to talk about it, but I want to see if you guys can point it out. Again, guys, check me out tomorrow night. This is a non-spoiler-ish review, just to get you guys all pumped up and hyped for the 7th episode airing tomorrow at midnight. Actually, we only got a little bit of time. I'm on the East Coast, so it'll be soon enough. It'll be midnight soon. But tomorrow, full spoiler live discussion, like I always do, live on my YouTube channel, 9:15 p.m. guys, Eastern time, of course. So make sure you check in. Come join me and my friends as we break down this episode, number 7. And you know, have a good time. Payback's a bitch. That's the episode, guys. So let me know how excited you are to see episode 7 of Bel-Air, Payback's a bitch. Like, comment, share. Make sure you subscribe. And for more movie news, television news, pop culture, and my podcast, CritiX Talk, check out wearecritics.com. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.